So I'm just going to chat to you a little bit about the fundamentals, a little bit about exercise and nutrition. I chatted a bit about sleep last week. I'm going to go a bit more about sleep and recovery next week, but now I'm just going to chat a little about exercise and nutrition. You should know these, or most of you should know the main principles, but I'm going to outline them and go over them again. So exercise is all about routine, so getting your strength, cardio, mobility in, and building healthy habits. And a lot of people are quite impatient with the process of getting stronger, losing fat, becoming healthier, and it does take time. The main thing is enjoy the process and be patient. So in terms of your strength, cardio, mobility, if you're coming to strength outside it, it's all about this NEAT effect, movement outside fitness. So that's why we encourage you to do lots of steps, lots of movement. If you've got a sedentary job and you're sat at a desk, your metabolism is going to be lower, your overall calorie expenditure is going to be lower. So getting out walks, walking up the stairs, around the escalator, moving around in your lunch breaks, going to get some food at the supermarket rather than just maybe ordering in or cooking at home. Go and push that excess step count and movement, which is going to, again, overall going to increase your calorie expenditure, is what we want if you're trying to burn fat and get healthier. In terms of volume and your exercise, is building up gradually. So a lot of people try and jump in straight away with lots of sessions and overload the body. It's good for your body to slowly build up the volume for education, understanding how to lift properly, how the DOMs work, how to recover after a session. So rather than 3 days, in your first 3 days of coming to the gym, you're going to be doing say Monday, Wednesday, Friday is really good. Understanding the body, understanding recovery, and enjoying the process. If you're really sore and always kind of looking for that soreness after a session for a key that you've done well, it's not really good pattern to be in. You want to build up momentum. So the first few sessions, yes, you are going to be aching, but that's not a telltale sign that you're working hard, and that's the main benefits of the session. You will be building up that intensity and overall having a feeling that you can work out next day rather than having to bow out because you're so sore for DOMs. In terms of your exercise and the volume, you've got to build up safely. And then if you're ill, injured, or coming back from time off, like we just had at Christmas, adjusting the volume is imperative for your performance overall. For example, if you're ill, know how to recover and scale back the sessions, don't push it. If you're injured, same thing. For example, I've got a sore knee, so I'm doing a lot of upper body until that knee gets better, and really focusing on the recovery and rehab for that knee. Coming back from time off, again, just because you're doing 3 or 4 sessions, say before Christmas, doesn't mean you jump back straight into it. Do a lot more of the NEAT stuff, like a lot more of the walking, the steps, to kind of counteract that excess calories you have to burn over Christmas. But again, if you're coming from time off, try and stick against that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or 3 sessions max for your strength. And then also when you get back in, say 3 or 4 weeks into it, you can then add a bit more strength into it. That's a really good way of, or good principle of getting back and overloading the body and getting strength gains in the best possible way. Next, guys, is nutrition. Again, you've probably chatted about this through me or Max when you first started, or you come to one of our seminars or chats. I'm going to go through some of the basic principles. So calorie management. So it's deficit, management, and surplus. So for example, if my management levels was 2000, all I'll be doing is intaking 2000, and my expenditure during the NEAT and exercise would be 2000. That means my body weight wouldn't change the same, and I'll be staying the same. If I was in a deficit, my goal is, like most of you, fat loss. A deficit would be, say, having 200 under my management level. So if my management level is 2000, a healthy deficit might be 1800, and that would over time be slowly and healthily losing that body fat, which is what we want to aim for. And occasionally, some of you, the very high percentages, are in a surplus. That means if I want to build up muscle, or if I'm really lean and want to try and add a bit of weight, you're doing, say, 2,200 calories, so 200 surplus. And if you're doing that in a healthy way with fitness, you should be gaining muscle in a healthier way. So macros, guys, you've got your proteins, carbs, and fats. 3, all very essential. It's just how you have these. So there's healthy and bad proteins, healthy and bad fats, and healthy and bad carbs. So all that is in terms of processed and whole foods is what you'll be aiming for. So protein, muscle growth, repair, and prolongs appetite. So if you're having protein with every meal, you'll be less likely to be hungry and need food constantly, which is a good thing. Carbs, mainly for energy, brain function. And if you have carbs and protein at the same time, it's going to add and increase your strength and muscle building. So it's really good to have carbs and proteins together. And then fats, again, also essential. It's really good for increasing metabolism, good for hormones, and absorbs most of your vitamins if you have it with fat. So a lot of my vitamins I take at home, it says have with a good healthy fat source. So I have avocados or eggs. I have my ZMAs with that fat, and helps you absorb them better. How much you should be having of each? A good kind of starting percentage is 40, 40, 20, which we give most of you. It's a great start, but you can then adjust if you feel like that's not to your advantage in terms of your goals. Protein 40%, carbs 14, fat 20. Per grams of protein, it's 4 calories, 4 calories for carbs and 7 for fats. When you're having a lot of fats, obviously you'll see it's more calorie per gram, more calorie dense. On to your food choices, guys. So again, like I said before, whole foods, perfect. Nutritionally dense foods. So what this means is limiting your processed foods and sugars. If you look at the back of the packet, most 80% of supermarkets are mostly processed foods. That means 3 or more ingredients. Obviously, it's hard to have those whole foods and know where your food's coming from unless you live on a farm. So when you're picking your foods, you want to be going for like that veg aisle, the fruits, the grains, trying to limit things like microwave meals or takeaways, because that's really going to be nutritionally not dense food. So you're going to be having high spikes of energy and it's going to be like storing fat. For example, chocolate bar, swap that out and have a banana. In terms of sugar, banana's actually got more sugar because it's got fibre and it's natural. It's more useful in terms of your long-term energy throughout the day. Food diary is a great way of educating and understanding what most people eat. It's all about accountability. So when you're picking what you're going to be eating in your food diary, you'll kind of pick up on things that you didn't think you actually have day to day. So some people will have like a short-term memory in terms of what they eat, which is quite common. And when you're actually doing a food diary, and MyFitnessPal is quite intricate, most people underestimate by 30% what they actually eat in the day. But it's a good way of educating yourself and a good first step into lowering those calories and getting to a calorie deficit and getting to your fat loss goals if that is your main goal of why you're here. Any questions, guys, DM me, but I'll send out some more information next week.